Now, have you ever wondered why some people always seem to be in control? They always seem as if things are always working for them. They always seem as if they never lack anything. They are always at a calm state. Things are always unfolding to their desire. Why is that? You want to know? In this video, I'll be breaking out, or I'll be unraveling the secret behind these people's success that you can also emulate, and you'll start seeing small but compounding successes on your day-to-day life. And let us actually begin. Now, most people do not know this, but they have what we call unconscious competence. So unconscious competence, this is a person who is competent. This is a person who does things exceptionally, but they are unconscious of it. They actually manage to pull off things, but they don't know how they do it. This means that these things are second to nature to them, but they are not aware of them. That is what we call unconscious competence. But unconscious competence is a good thing, but it is not nearly as good as what we call conscious competence. So conscious competence, this is a person who is conscious, who is aware of what they do so that they become exceptionally good. And a person who is conscious competence can actually share that knowledge to other people. So it is a very, very good thing to be conscious competence. So let us now begin. That was just a teaser of the video of today. Now, what these people do unconsciously is what we call the art of alchemy. This means they transmute something into another state. They transmute pain and sorrow into peace and joy. And that is simply an art. So how do they actually do this? They do this through an understanding of the principle of polarity. And this is what the principle of polarity is all about. The principle of polarity states that everything manifests itself into polar opposing sides, meaning that everything must have its polar opposite, the same way we have night, day, cold, hot, so on and so forth. And this even goes and extends to experiences that we have. Even the experiences we have can be perceived into polar opposites as either good or bad, but that is what we call an illusion, because these experiences, as for everything else, stems or comes from the same energy, the same source energy. So the energy behind everything, it is a simple and one energy, and that energy does not have labels. The labeling comes from us. That one energy has bestowed upon us a, a big variety of experiences. So we only have experiences, and those experiences have no any meaning hidden behind them. We are the ones who give life meaning according to how we experience life. Okay, so when something happens, it's not that this is a bad thing or a good thing. It is just an occurrence. It is just an experience. But your perception of that experiences will determine its connotations, will determine its implications upon you. So this is how they actually transmute the negative into the positive. By one thing, they concentrate on their desired state. What do I mean by that? Now, your concentration, your focus is how you now channel your energy onto things. Okay, so if you keep on focusing on what you don't want, you give more energy onto what you do not want. But these people understand this. So when something unpleasurable happens, they actually remove their attention or focus from that thing, and they allow themselves to have a different perception of that event. So instead of having a neutral viewpoint, which is also good, when you have a neutral point of view, it means that event won't have any implications in your life. If something happens and you just say, it is just an occurrence. It is, that is the truth. It is an occurrence. But at that point, you have not yet transmuted it. To transmute is to change from state to state. So to transmute it, something happens. Instead of viewing it in neutrality or negatively, you use that event and you give it a different meaning. This is called viewing it from the God view. And in the God view, we have neither good nor bad. We only have what we call the greater good, because everything which you experience as negative will just bring about something good, and what you experience as good will one time bring about something which is negative, and that is simply how life actually works. So these people understand this, and they never view or give meaning to things which actually take the power away from them. So when things happen, don't view them with the negative or neutral view. Give them a different meaning. You could say, this was meant to happen so that I could transcend and move to a next level in my ascension towards the experience of my better self. And that is how they become always exceptional at whatever they do. And if you've enjoyed this video and you'd love more of this kind of content, please make sure you're liking, you're sharing, and subscribing. And if you love to work one-on-one with me in our self-mastery coaching sessions, please message me on the number on the description of this video. And I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, stay blessed, and stay awakened.